Hi everybody, welcome to Book Talk. I'm Book Club Mom, and today I'm going to show you this book, but first I'm going to tell you a little story. And the story is that when I had a young family, I went to a lot of these parties called Pampered Chef parties. And if you don't know what those are, they're kind of like Tupperware parties where you go to somebody's house, you watch a presentation, and then you buy something. And so I'm sort of a cheapskate, so I would usually come home with like a little whisk or an apple slicer or something like that. And one time I got a lemonade pitcher, which really turned out great. And it had this plunger in it that would mix the lemonade and also mix it before you poured your next glass and all. That was really great. In fact, we're on our second one because the first one I put in the dishwasher and it melted. So that was my fault. So had to wait for another party to be able to get a second one. But so after a while though, those parties kind of went away, and a new kind of party came up of the same type, and that was Southern Living. So, but this thing is, the Southern Living parties were a lot more expensive. And so I only went to two. And the first one that I went to, I came home with this like ridiculously priced set of bowls. And they were really pretty, but they were outrageously priced. And so the second time I went to a party, I was determined I'm not going to spend all that money. I'm going to get something useful, because Pampered Chef, I would buy something like, oh, okay, well, I can actually use that, and I'll use it more than once. It's not just a gimmick thing. So the second party, I came home with this. This is Easy Weeknight Favorites, and it wasn't cheap, but it was less than those bowls, and also I use it all the time. And I actually even used it last night. I made this one recipe, which is an all-time favorite of my family's. It's called Skillet Chicken Olay. And I'm just covering up some of the ingredients so I don't infringe upon any copyright rules. I'm also dropping all my bookmarks on the floor, so I'm going to have to dig through these pages to show you anything else. But what I wanted to show you that because I write in the book, just like a lot of people, but I like to write down what worked and what didn't. So one of the things I'm always amused by is the prep and the cook time, because it's never accurate. I know I sound like I'm saying negative things about this book, but it really is one of my favorites. But I'm amused by the prep time, because this one says 6 minutes. And I was so fed up one time, I wrote, this assumes the chicken is cut and ready to go. Which was not, who is doing that? That's part of the prep, in my view. So anyway, this cookbook is full of things, my notes in here, and we have, in my family, we have a rating system on our meals, because when you're cooking for a big group, not everybody's going to like everything, and I don't want to put in the time if more than one person starts disliking something. So because when you have kids, you're like, well, what are you going to eat? So but my family doesn't hold back, and it's a good thing, because then and not to maybe that wasn't good. So this one, it was called Paprika Chicken. I made it a couple times and everybody seemed okay with it. And then the third time I made it, somebody said did not like it. Sauce tasted a little weird. The color of the sauce was unappetizing. I wrote that. That was in 2010, so I haven't made it since January of 2010, so that's quite a while ago. But somebody gave this one, Chicken Fricassee, a 5, but most people loved it. So I'm looking for another one that You just have to, I like to write in all my adjustments. This is my baked chicken nuggets. These were great, but it's a lot of butter. And look, it called for, like when you double something, it's just, this called for, just to double it, a whole stick of butter, which is a ton of butter. So, so my point in showing you this is that, oh, here's one. Where's the one that was really good? I see my bookmark fell out and now I can't find it. But there's this other one that's like pizza. Oh, I hope I can, maybe it's in the five. Oh, aha. See, I also like to highlight the ones that I like so that I can't, because they don't always have the name that I'm thinking of. So that's a page 135. I just made this a couple weeks ago too. Here it is. Chicken cheese French bread pizzas. Still a winner in 2019. Everyone liked this. I added tomato sauce and left off the peppers. So use half the amount of butter. So I guess this cookbook's kind of heavy on the butter, but my whole point of this is just telling you that you can't go wrong in buying a book because you can always find something that's good inside of it. And this is one that I keep opening, and there's still recipes I haven't tried. And so there's a lot of hope for the future. So what do you do with cookbooks? Do you write comments in them? Do you care if it gets spilled on? Because this is all damaged with spills and grease and all of that. And do you have a favorite cookbook? Do you collect them? Let me know. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate a follow. That would be awesome. And you can also follow my blog. It's listed down there below too. So thanks very much.